So the Clippers win the tip. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's McDermott in at the 3 spot. So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season. Seem to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after.
Now here's Redick. Hits the three-point bomb.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Chicago with the ball. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, plagued by foul trouble throughout in that game. I think it just forced them into some rotations that they weren't comfortable with.
Yeah, and you know, the frustrating part, guys, is that's something that can be avoided. You know, you can correct that, but you've got to move your feet and keep your hands to yourself. You've got to show some discipline.
Paul kicks to Redick. The Clippers rebound. Jordan dishes to Redick. From deep. The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Paul. Redick passes to Mbamute. The shot by Redick, no good.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
Pierce with a wide open look. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
The Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And finished off by McDermott.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force. And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
And here is Butler following the 3 from Chris Paul. A nice shot by Gasol. Gasol's got his first 2 points.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Paul outside. The drive by Jordan. Lets it go with a 3. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. The Bulls have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Mbamute with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. It's Redick on the wing, defended by Butler. The shot by Redick, no good.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one. The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Paul kicks to Mbamute. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
A shot by Paul, nobody around. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
You know, you look at his stats, he's just 2 for 8. That's not a pretty percentage, folks. That's 25%. Not good.
Redick for 3. That'll go on McDermott. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Yeah, he got straight over the back and on top of him there, too. So nothing subtle about that one.
Here's Redick. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Miami.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him. His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. It's really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And that one's good. Pierce has got 5 now.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
McDermott, no one around him. Off target with his 3. The Clippers in the lead, and now the Clippers on the break. Here's Reddick. He's got 5, and it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. 8 points for him.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Bulls trail by 5. Rose goes in, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Rivers with it. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agrees. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air. Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, an understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, take it himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
Now here's Rivers, following the miss by Josh Gibson. Kicks it out to Crawford. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. A second chance effort. Chicago grabs the miss. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. And again, no good by Chicago. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Gasol. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 3rd in blocks. And he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And I like the fact that he's committed to dominating in that category as a shot blocker. His awareness and hustle really off the charts.
And the foul on Cole Aldridge. That is his first foul of the game. Bulls trail by 5. Rose kicks to Butler. Here's McDermott. Good in the assist. Goes to Gasol. 9 points for Doug McDermott.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Now here's Rivers. 8 points his last outing. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Up the floor, here's Rose. He had dropped for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better. Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the 3-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
And he makes all 3. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against Miami.
And if you look at the box score from that game, guys, the first thing you'll notice is how many turnovers they forced.
And one thing the box score doesn't show us is how many points came as a direct result of those turnovers. But I think it was a huge factor.
Now here's McDermott. He's got 9. From deep three-point range, Gasol kicks to McDermott over Rivers.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
From deep, nice shot by McDermott. McDermott's got 12 in the game.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
This is to Johnson. Fires the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc. They got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts. And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Rose can't hit.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And finished off by Rivers.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
26 seconds left to play in the first. To the paint. The kick outside to Butler. Butler on the wing for 3. Josh Smith pulls it in. Rivers against Rose. Crawford up top. Smith on the wing. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Clippers lead by 6. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And DeAndre Jordan not a focal point offensively for this team, but as a defender, he understands he can make a big difference.
I'm not really a big scorer for our team, but that's not my job. My job is to defend and rebound for our team. And, you know, I've accepted my role, and I feel like I'm, you know, excelling in my role.
Well, Jordan, a man who knows what his job is, and he likes his job, Clark, and does it very, very well. He is excelling.
Yeah, he is. He may not be the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year, but he is certainly the Clippers' Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan's become a defensive beast, an animal defensively, and really the thing of it is he's still learning and growing. He's going to continue to get better, which is scary.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get under. Away. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Smith out there with Cole Aldridge. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Johnson, and it's Crawford at the 2. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
The Clippers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Now here's McDermott. The 3. Can't get it to go. Excellent defense there from Smith. Kicks it out to Crawford. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Rivers. Misses the three.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And Butler gets it to go.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
Now here's Crawford. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Miami.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe. The defense. A step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, the 111 first place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Gasol kicks to Rose to the left wing. Now here's McDermott. He's guarded by Johnson. 4 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. McDermott can't get it to go. Clippers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. No luck. And it's Chicago the other way.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really
just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Nobody ever got stuck on an island. There was always somebody providing help, and the communication was tremendous.
And that was the key, Greg, communication and the teamwork. You can't play good rotating defense if you're not communicating and on the same page. They were doing all of that at a high level.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Mbah-a-Moute comes in for Josh Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And Paul subbed in for Austin Rivers. And there's a whistle that goes on Luke Mbah-a-Moute. That is his first foul of the game. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. That'll be a 5-second call.
Well, that's not been a typical possession for them in this first half. You know, for the most part, they've been pretty smart with the ball.
Paul with the steal. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Down low. Heinrich with the steal. Snell dishes to Mirotic. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Jordan kicks to Paul. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Johnson. From the corner. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket for Mirotic.
Boy, they're knocking down the long-range shots. A lot of those same shots they missed earlier in the first quarter. They still find themselves down here, but they're starting to make some headway into that deficit.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
And Heinrich gets it to go.
He might not get a better look than that all game. You have to get closer to him. He's not going to bite you. Get up in him.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Bears is checked in for Los Angeles. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see 2 tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
You know, and John Stockton, the only player to have cracked the 3,000 barrier in terms of career steals. You ask the fans about Stockton, and it's his passing they'll remember. But if you ask the players he's played up against, they'll tell you it's his defense that was just as sharp.
Paul for 3. The Clippers rebound. Jordan kicks to Redick. From outside the arc, Aaron Brooks comes up with the rebound. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Heinrich from outside, got a hand on it. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. The shot's good from Paul.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Here's Noah, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Mbah-a-Moute.
Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
Bulls trail by 4. Brooks kicks to Mirotic. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got his 4th assist in this one.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Brooks. That's his first foul. The Clippers have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. It was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries. Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down. They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, 2 major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Bulls trail by 7.
And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team, a true warrior, even in an off year.
And Redick kicks to Paul. The feed to Redick. To the inside. Shot's good from Mbamute. And now it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
It's Redick on the wing. There's the triple. Noah and Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Mirotic. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Mbamute.
Check out the game for Mirotic. He's got 8 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Good on the second free throw. And he can't make it. 3 for 3.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Pierce. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Ball against Brooks. Paul kicks to Redick. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go. Los Angeles with another miss. Here we go, one-on-one. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Heinrich. Here's Paul. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Miami.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends. Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. The Clippers on top. They lead by 8. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, I'm here with Josh Smith. And Josh, what was the key to how well this team played offensively in that first half?
Just the way we ran our offense.
Guys.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a solid 8-point lead. All right, Big Diesel, your take.
Their offense had a nice rhythm to it, smooth, nothing rushed or forced. Sometimes you see teams freestyling, but they had a clear plan, Ernie, and they stuck to it. They were very well organized. They knew the game plan, and they executed. If they can run their offense this well in the second half, they've got nothing to worry about.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Bulls.
Their three-point shooters struggle to get into a rhythm. It's a mental thing. You start clanking them, and your teammates start. It's contagious. Now, percentage-wise, shooting in the low 30s, it's not horrific, but it's not great. And they have to improve their accuracy from deep in the second half, or they're going to have a hard time coming back.
So that does it for us. Hope you enjoyed our halftime show. Now, we take you back to Kevin.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. You look at J.J. Redick, what a contribution.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Chicago right now, they've got Noah. Tony Snell is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Heinrich. And it's Brooks in at the point guard position. Bulls trail by 8. To the middle. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Brooks has got the first bucket of the third here for the Bulls. Paul passes to Pierce. Looking for Reddick. He gets it there. Down low. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. And we can talk all we want about their passing, but from three-point range, these point guards have been filling it up for the past month. In the third spot, Aaron Brooks.
A lot of point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the basketball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooters.
No doubt about it. And being as accurate from three-point land as these guys are makes them that much more valuable as point guards. Opposing defenses have to worry about their passing and their shooting.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And Baamute dishes to Reddick. The dive for the ball. Gibson with the steal. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Rose, no good.
You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open.
Paul kicks to Jordan. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting for Los Angeles.
The first one falls.
At the line for 2.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Bulls trail by 6. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And Baamute has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season. Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
On the topic of Doug McDermott, one of the most decorated college players in recent history, and Clark, you called a lot of his games.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him play, and I still think he has a bright future. Just never found any real rhythm. Averaged only 3 points a game, but he didn't get much playing time, so look for him to bounce back in the years going forward.
Wants to get it to Rose, and does. The score now all even. Rose has got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass it.
Got that bucket in no time at all. McDermott's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Butler attacking. Here's Gasol. And Jordan sends it back. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Here's Rose. And that one is stuffed right through. Los Angeles has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Yeah, he's not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over the back call.
In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
They're forcing the ball inside. and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead, and then the other one storms right back.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Nice pass there. Good job to get it up quick.
The Clippers trail. Paul outside. The pass to Mbamute. McDermott with the steal. And again, Chicago running the court in transition. And slam dunk by Butler.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Pierce for 3. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Lots of room. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there. Chicago calls timeout. Well, Paul Pierce hinted that he could hang him up soon. He had that amazing run. Has nothing left to prove in the NBA. And I would say, of all the players in last year's playoffs, had some of the most dramatic individual shots we have seen from one guy in a long time.
He did, and you forget he's done that really over the course of his entire career. Just kind of funny to see him doing it in a Wizards jersey. But you talked about it. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats, no doubt about it. So many big moments over the course of his career. And also, for all the kids out there, the best maybe footwork we have in our game, if you want to improve as a player, watch Paul Pierce's footwork. And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Here's Rivers. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You take a look at the Cavaliers. What a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, the Bulls, 5.5 games behind.
And for Chicago, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I would not write them off completely in terms of the title picture just yet. Still a lot of basketball to be played.
Johnson for 3. Can't get it to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
Well, the competitive nature was on display early in the career of Pierce. I mean, he has willed his teams to win his entire career and is baffled by anybody who doesn't want to win as bad as he does.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Heinrich passes to Snell. Here's Mirotic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And that competitive nature that you talked about with Pierce, that's really what sets him apart. He had so many great clutch moments in the postseason. Easily one of the most clutch players in recent memory.
Pass to Brooks. Here's Portis. Heinrich from outside, and that one's good. Heinrich's got 8 points. And Clark, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
The tray. They grab their own miss. Smith dishes to Aldridge. They shoot again, and it's finished off inside by Smith. 6 points for him.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, but Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. It's stolen by Johnson. And guys, Wesley Johnson, 4th overall pick back in the 2011 draft. Everyone thought he would have the jump shot to become a prolific scorer, and Clark, the length to defend at a high level.
Yeah, you know, in his rookie year, he averaged 9 points a game. Last year, his 5th, he averaged 10. I think it's to the point where he is what he is.
He hits both from the stripe.
You know, and getting back to Wesley Johnson, you kind of want to kidnap him and just chain him to a set of weights. I mean, he has all the natural ability in the world to be a difference maker, but he just lacks the strength to do anything with it. I mean, a voracious competitor in college. He's been relegated to marginal production at the pro level, and I really feel like a lot of it is because he physically struggles at times at this level.
Clippers leading by 7. It's intercepted. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And Heinrich with the basket, the assist from Mirotic. Heinrich's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
You know, on the topic of Wesley Johnson, I remember him in college. I remember the guy who took over games and even showed a certain toughness when he did it. He hasn't gotten to that point here in the pros, so he may soon be entering a crossroads in his career.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
For Chicago, they have only made 2 attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
And he gets it to go. Johnson's got 23.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
And finished off by Mirotic.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Stolen.
They'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Right on. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter in this situation.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Here's Rivers, and it's blocked. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Clippers lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Here's Rivers. Smith is out there with Johnson. Then there's Cole Aldrich. And it's Rivers. And it's Crawford at the 2. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Johnson wide open. He fires. Misses off the left iron. Now here's Rose. The fast break opportunity. It's stolen by Johnson. Gibson against Rivers. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Check out the game for Rivers. He has 8 points and a steal.
At the line for your Clippers, Austin Rivers. 2.
The first free throw is good. Rivers hits both of them. Bulls trail by 3. And it's Rose penetrating. In a big-time jam right there.
And, Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
That's good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
He used that pick just right. And that's now 26 points for Doug McDermott.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Butler attacking to tie it up. Johnson with the block. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. But they recover it. Smith kicks to Johnson. Three-pointer. Rebounded by McDermott. McDermott's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And finished off by Gasol.
You know, he's got a lot of length, and right there, he needed every inch of it.
That's true, G.A. You're right. You know, we really don't know that much about him in that department, but my goodness, when he gets up, he can go.
Yeah, he can still punch it when he wants to, though. We saw that, didn't we, fellas? Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Rose goes in. Here's McDermott. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. McDermott's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Chicago. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Deflects the pass. Gibson with the steal. Here's Rose, and Aldridge sends it back, and they're able to recover. Los Angeles has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times.
That's his second personal foul, second team foul.
Here's Johnson. Shoots it up. That one off the back iron and out.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Rose goes in, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
McDermott passes to Butler. Now here's McDermott, who's guarded by Johnson. Up again, and Gasol slams it in.
The shot quality is very good here, and they're making most of them this half.
Yeah, converting at a really high level. The field goal percentage continues to creep upward. Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Rose with the ball. Picked up by Rivers. A nice shot by Gasol.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Shot's good. Butler's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bulls.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunity.
And Aldridge sends it back. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Gasol dishes to Butler. And the foul called on Jamal Crawford. That is his first foul of the game. Gasol is doubled. Rose kicks to McDermott.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
The three. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for three.
McDermott doing all kinds of good stuff. He has 29 points. And talk about the three ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today, but he is just dangerous out there.
That'll go on McDermott. That's his third foul of the game. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Rivers passes to Johnson. Clock at 6. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds. They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Rose gets the bucket.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And Chicago has possession. A 2-point game. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Butler attacking. Now the dish to McDermott. Feeds to Rose. Butler with the ball. Picked up by Rivers. Gasol. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 13 rebounds. On the wing, Johnson. Here's the three. Chicago grabs the miss.
I think he's got to find another way to contribute, Kevin, besides looking to shoot the ball. I mean, he just can't get anything to bounce his way this quarter, so he's got to do other things. Gasol doing all sorts of things. He has 15 rebounds, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's got today have been just electric.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who's a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
And there's the call on Austin Rivers. And that'll be his third foul so far. And Chicago has possession. Butler with the ball. And Crawford picks him up defensively. Butler dishes to McDermott. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Takes a three. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 32 points for Doug McDermott.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Angeles calls timeout.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around. And that's why he needed the timeout.
catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively, saying, listen, let's make the simple play. Take care of the basketball. We can't afford to waste any possessions. Guys, can they clean it up?
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Moore with the bucket.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top. He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
To the wing on the left. Heinrich kicks to Bairstow. And Jordan sends it back. Goes up. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
There's Bairstow, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Bulls lead by 10.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
Well, that's where he's been doing all of his damage. And with a couple more from out there, we'll have a real ball game on our hands here.
The Clippers running out of time. Redick for 3. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
Yeah, a bunch of their points coming from long range here. A major barrage.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
46 seconds left in the fourth.
It's going to take something special for them to come back now.
Well, I would say something special and some luck as well, or good fortune, however you want to phrase it.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Heinrich. 10 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Probably impossible for them to come back now.
Yeah, far too much work left to be done and not nearly enough time to get it done in.
Moore with the bucket.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
Passes it to Bairstow. And he jams it with authority.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, a nice win for you tonight, Joe Kim.